Aguiyi Ironsi sat at the saddle of a fractured nation, his gaze heavy with the weight of chaos and hope. In a bid to earn northern trust and assure a suspicious country that he was not running an Igbo enterprise, he reached northward with open hands. He elevated Lieutenant Yakubu Gowon, the highest-ranking northern officer, to the position of chief of staff. Ironsi entrusted his personal security to northern soldiers, seeking to bridge the deepening divide. He posted Philip Effiong out of the supreme headquarters in Lagos and replaced him with T.Y. Danjuma, hopeful for loyalty. Ironsi fed the python with his own hands, believing he could tame the serpent of regional suspicion and hatred. And guess what? Ironsi was eventually arrested and murdered by the very T.Y. Danjuma he had elevated, with the full allowance of Yakubu Gowon he had trusted. Again, I ask, have you heard of Adekunle Fajui? The proud son of Ado Ekiti, a Yoruba man to the marrow of his bone. He was military governor of the western region under Ironsi and also his personal friend. On the fateful evening of July 29th, Fajui hosted Ironsi in Ibadan, creating a seemingly peaceful tableau. It was that time when T.Y. Danjuma and his men arrived not as guests but as executioners, cloaked in vengeance. The counter-coup of July was the North's revenge against the Igbo and all who had played a hand in the January 15th coup. Fajui was neither Igbo nor had he lifted a finger in January. He was not the target that night. He had no reason to die. Yet the tide of blood and retaliation swept him into darkness. When Danjuma's men came bearing vengeance, Adekunle Fajui planted his feet firmly, asserting his honor and loyalty. He declared that no man would be murdered in his house, refusing to surrender his friend to those whose hands were already reaching for blood. He refused to step aside, standing as a barrier between treachery and innocence. And the men who had come bearing vengeance eventually murdered both Fajui and Ironsi, two friends caught in the web of betrayal. A Yoruba man, not the target, choosing death over betrayal, embodying loyalty and sacrifice in its purest form.